Well, folks, we are back in the lab, and we are on with a whole new kind of project here. At least to me, this is old ground. I mean, no pun intended, man. Look at this. So what we have here is a Hallicrafters. This is an S40A. There is an S40B, and from what I understand, really the only difference between the two is different colored lights behind the meters and the speaker cover. That's what I was told by the guy that sold me this. Anyway, so what we have to do here is replace these disgusting leaky waxy capacitors here. One of them being a can here. So it's I'm just worried because I don't remember anything. I did electronics in the 80s. Went to computer electronics school. Boy, you know, if only I knew in 1986 what was going to happen with computers in the future, I might have had a career. But yeah, you can see some of the problems here. Let's see. Yeah, look at that crustiness. Look at that leaking. And so something funky happened where I started hearing sizzling. And when I went to take the bottom cover off, I had seen it was either this one or this one. It shorted, obviously. It was melting all the wax and it was dripping out all over the chassis. But, so right here is the cap can that we got to take out. Hopefully my 60 watt, I thought it was 70 watt, it's 60 watt soldering iron, we can get that out of there because that's twisted, so we got to twist these things to get this out. And I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do here as far as transferring these over. Right now I'm looking this over, and I've been looking at videos and things like that. It appears to have been replaced, and I'll see how they did that. And so my issue is not understanding the values and being able to find here, I'll show you what. So here's our replacements. Hopefully be able to figure out what the replacement values are. And I know some of them are different. I did see a list. Oh, good. They put some wicks in here. There's some solder wicks for getting rid of some solder on things. So we will see. This is very intimidating for me, but hopefully, you know, polarity and all that stuff is written out on these. So, but first off, I want to start with that can and become familiar with the inside of this radio. All right, so that's where we're at. Well, okay, this is about as good as I can do for a view for you, because I need to get up close here, and I got this headlamp on. Yeah, I get close like this, I was bumping the camera and stuff. So, now, I'm looking at this, oh my gosh. There's a lot of connections onto each one of these things. Alright, let me get a good clean stick to poke around with. It's a bamboo skewer, by the way. Produce section and tops near the apples. They're called apple sticks. Okay, I was hoping that like these were, I'll show you what they look like. So it looks like the top of this can, it definitely has these kind of connectors, but, you know, wartime style of them. And here we have, this is the replacement cap. I mean, it fits on there. Well, no, I guess it really doesn't, does it? Yeah, we'll just have to find other ways. Okay, so you can see they got the three symbols here. We got the square, circle, triangle, and it's going to match up with the marks on here. So I got to figure out the best way for me to get this crap disconnected and to rest assured that I'm connecting the right ones up to the right pins again. So I got to find a way. I want to find a way to mark these in an easy fashion. I see. Okay, so they're not drawn on characters. They're in the actual surface of the. Probably some kind of non-conductive coating there. So there's the triangle. There's the circle. Okay, so that makes that the square. So that way I'll be able to tell by looking at that what goes to it. All right, so maybe I'll draw myself a little schematic here. Let me see. Okay, so you can see my little drawing here. Okay, so here's my little diagram. This F is for front of the radio. And here are our slots. Here is our rectangle, our square, and our circle are these three pins here. So I'm going to try, I got three different colored Sharpies. So what I'll do is I'm going to try to keep them, together. I'm going to see if I can clip them off, maybe down at the bottom, and then, man, because I don't want to mess any of these up. Does that one get replaced? I don't even know. I don't even know if that's one of them or not. Okay, so you'll see what I'm talking about there. So let's pick a color. So let's see if that one go underneath. Oh no, it took me 5 seconds to get crap all over my glasses here. I gotta make sure I got good. Oh, that's better. Okay, so that one goes behind, that one goes over to the square. I'm gonna use so there's got these two. All right, so this is only two going to that one. I got them marked black. Okay, back. I've been watching a lot of videos of a lot of these ham guys and people that do restorations and stuff, and they all use a Sharpie and a piece of paper, and I thought I would incorporate that as well. It's kind of an analog way of doing things. Okay, so let's see. Next color. It'll be a little obvious because it's just this big boy. Some red there. Getting things a little bloody. Let's see. Red. Okay. That's the only two going to it. It certainly appears to be. I mean, it's process of elimination for the last one, but yeah, So, this is going to be purple. P. All right, so hopefully we know that that's purple and not red. Maybe I put a little purple up there on the resistor. I'm assuming that's a resistor. All right, a little purple there on the line. Purple, purple. Lots of stuff going to purple. Okay. Anything else? Oh, this goes to red. No, it doesn't. Oh, wow. I almost did a bad thing. That was my dyslexia there. So purple here. That's resistor that goes right across the middle. That's annoying. Oh, this looks smoky too. I really gotta find out. I'll find out soon enough. It would be nice to get rid of that now, though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, let's see if I can decipher from a schematic. I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, yeah, all right. I don't know. I have these I have these printed out for hopes and dreams of somehow staring at it and then going, oh, that makes sense. This one's got some annotations, which I know that that's a capacitor symbol, right? Unpolarized. And that's a ground. I don't know. Okay. So now I think what I want to do. First, I want to see if I can get the solder off of that post. So let me get my soldering iron. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am changing the color purple. I am going silver instead of the purple because it looks too much like red. So I'm putting. Hopefully that won't screw me up. Okay. So I'm going silver instead of purple to mark these. So I got that one, I got that one, I got this. This one, hopefully the way I disconnect these will make that self-explanatory. All right, so we got silver, silver, silver. Instead of purple. Boy, that black really kind of absorbed in, didn't it? I'm just paranoid that I'm gonna, yeah. All right. So I'm going back over them a little bit just for self-assurance here. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is see what I can do with a big old blob of solder. See if I can suck some of that out. If not, I'll try to wick it. But what I want to do is get, how much is this as I can off of here. All right, let's see what happens. All right, now I'm gonna try some wick. Whoops. Oh man, I'm so dumb. think it might be enough to get it out there. Oh, there's solder on that one too. Oh boy, okay. That worries me because of these cloth wires that are around it. Okay, so let me try to do my best to get those out of the way. Really gotta watch. It's about as out of the way as I can get. Let's come on the other side of these wires. Looks like. All right. I'm glad to see that my soldering iron's hot enough, so that's a good thing. Oh man, that's tight. I have something to compare this to. I'm like, yeah, that's tight, bro. Oops. Yeah, that was my bad. Can't get there. Dang. Actually, may not be a whole bunch around that one. Maybe try bending this out, those straight there, and see if that offers any kind of new angle. If I could find the right thing to straighten them out with. Let's try this. Oh, they all need to be straightened out. Boy, you know, I mean, technically, I could just cut those twister things off. Because I'm not saving that cap, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that in there. All right, I got to find another tool that will get in there and have the leverage. But first, I want to revisit the crustiness here. Oops, I had my finger on the button. Man, I really got to watch this soldering iron because I am wielding it around and I screwed up the chassis of a scanner I was playing with a couple days ago. There's a video for it. I just put it out. I was fiddle farting around with the soldering iron and stuck it in the lid of a chassis of something that had been untouched for 40 freaking years, and I'd touch it and mess it up. All right. Man, I don't have a good angle on this to even see. All right. I need to assess, make sure I'm not touching anything in the back. Okay, me touching the soldering iron turned out way down. Every time I was touching that button, it was the negative button. Okay, let's let that warm up. All right, folks. All right, let me see. These blunt nose, these are really the only option I have. Looks like it's straightened out, but there is a lot of solder there. Now I'm moving this to move that one. Trying to see, this one's a little longer. I don't necessarily need longer though. Okay, and there's one there. Oh man, I can't even tell what that one is. Twisted or not? It is indeed. Stay with me, folks. I'll be right back. I'm just straightening that pin out. So we got two pins that are okay. We are stabilized. That one, that one. I just got to get all that solder off of there. And my soldering iron's doing a little struggling, and I'm not going to bring the torch out, obviously. Okay, so let's resume to try some wicking. I've never done this. I've never done solder wicking before. I didn't know what it really was until I picked up these solder suckers the other day. But I don't know if I can get the angle that I want. I'd like to come right down there, but there's a lot of things in the way here. That did good. It worked the way it was supposed to. There. And I guess you probably... Cut off that little piece. Oh, man. Me wielding this darn soldering iron around. This is dumb. It's working. Getting solder off. All right. I got to recenter things here so I don't hurt myself and what we're working on here. I gotta look and see. Okay. All right. I could put a bungee on this thing and really secure it. Maybe I'll do that. I will use my bungee system to hold this down. Yeah, it's not going to reach over this monster. No. Okay. Just be careful. That's all. All right, where am I? All right, we are wicking. See that? I touched that wire. I touched that damn wire. It's working. It works slowly, but it's working. Alright, so it's like wiping up a mess. Okay, but there is a good amount of solder on the inside. Alright, let's try the other side. Precarious position here. And there I am turning it down again. Right. Folks, this could be a whole video just on me getting solder off a couple little things, but it's my first time doing it. Getting pretty close to that being, yeah, I don't know. I gotta get a better look. Nice, big glob there, like that. I gotta make sure when I hack off these little pieces of this wick that I'm not dropping them into the components here. Okay, I got some more wicking I gotta do on this one. It's still pretty thick there. Oh, I left the light off. There we go. Nothing like more light. Cause man, I got 5 lights and a headlamp on for this.
Copy sunset. Lower Saturday launching 5-6. Copy upper and lower infinity and launch pad.
Good, good, good. Better. I was warned that this might be a bear, especially if you don't have a soldering iron hot enough. I'm really not liking this soldering iron.
I believe I was just waiting.
It keeps turning itself down. It is certainly slow going with this, but I was warned about that too. I'm an instant gratification kind of dude, but even in my older age, I'm still kind of don't like taking my time much. Okay, that's pretty darn close on that one. I'm gonna probably try to jiggle this from the bottom after I try again here on this part. Okay, there are, all four of them are technically not soldered to the chassis anymore. I just there's little tiny leftover bits of solder that'll keep it from going down. Maybe just one more solder sucking attempt, and then I will worry about how we're going to disconnect these. And I've seen the way people have done it in the video. They clip those right off. Yeah. A lot of solder on them things. But who knows? Maybe I can just very easily transfer that big old blob of all three blobs onto the other pins. Let's see. Here's our configuration. So, where is my diagrammer? Oh, were you guys off that whole time? All right, let's see, where do I gotta be? I gotta fix this. If you guys missed all this because I was off, I do apologize. But it's really hard with all these lights and everything. And me being able to see what's going on at the same time. We'll just have to try that. I might keep hitting that with my head. I don't know. All right. So here's our diagram. There's the posts. Let's just hope those posts line up the same way. Do they? Yeah. Okay, designers did a good thing. Okay, so what I've seen them do is cut off these posts. However, they had a very nice flush pin cutter, cutter doodad. And they just went right across. So I can give that a try and see what happens. Okay, so we are doing a triangle. Let's try that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have clippers like a real tech does. I think, it would get through the soldered stuff, but not right through in the middle of a clip. I can't. These are what's called, flush wire cutters, but I don't think I can get underneath. I can't do it. Little pieces at a time. Ooh, I think I'm getting it. All right. Okay, well, that was triangle. Oh my God, so nervous. Now we're going at the square. Make sure I'm not getting that wire. Okay, we got the square is off. Now, circle. Okay, well, the can is disconnected. Got to be real careful here.
Copy that. Have a good night, Louis. Copy.
Where's my wooden stick? It's out of the way. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's just too. I can redo that. But boy, these are a lot of wires here. All right, so now I can be a little more aggressive with getting this old can out of here. Let me see. I bet you I can tap on the top of those posts and kind of push that through. Tap, tap, taparoo. Come on now. I can't see a damn thing because I got up close glasses on. I gotta go by feel here. Okay, so I have this drill bit. Oh, good one. Okay, we've got it. All right, we have done it. Well, okay. So maybe I'll clean things up in there a little bit. And then we'll try to pop this other one in. Here, what time is it? Oh, it's early yet. Okay. All right, let me reassess what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a little bit more solder off of here. Oh, see now. Okay, good. Now, what I think I'll do is grab a little acetone. Okay, that's helped a little bit. All right, so here's what we know so far. Okay. So as you can see, the shapes that are next to those posts in the middle there's a circle, square. So this is what we got to do. I'm going to plop this baby in. Do a little twisty on these things. I don't know if we need to solder them in or not, because I'm certainly, this thing was made to go in cars back in the, I don't know. I'll probably put a blob on if I can get the surface around it. No. Okay. I gotta figure out how to transfer these things over. Wonder if there's some work I need to do here before I even think about plopping this baby in. So let's do a little reviewing here. Now this is just these two things. Those I think I can handle. Getting those things off. Alright, let's do some more solder sucking here. Oh, it just came right out. Good. Oh, man. I'm butchering this. Trying to see where that other wire goes through there. Am I getting you out of frame? Let me see. Where's my finger? I can't even see. I can't even see the screen. I'm sorry, folks. It's important to me that you guys learn how to do this too. But see now, I keep touching that damn wire. I can see fingerprints in this wax over here. Pretty interesting. Probably just cut that one off, but I do need desoldering experience. Oh, didn't reload. All right. Interesting. These forceps suck. All right. Not the control I like. Better.
Just looking for your ETA. Temple. We're just logging the patient now. Appreciate what is your destination that you're heading to?
Okay, I just cut that one off. That, let me hit with the soldering iron again. I bet you I can get this up here. There we go. All right, so red is done. I'm gonna try to get that out of the way. This is probably the easiest one to put back together, so I may save that for the last one to put back on. Want to make sure I don't overbend. That's red, red, red. Okay, and this is just a one wire. It's almost like one wire passing through. Okay.
Fire sheriff will hire figure with ambulance for a burning order.
I'm gonna have to make sure I get this whole thing in tonight because tomorrow I will forget what order I went in.
Taylor Road, between Reef Road and Chambers Road.
Looks like I can just grab that.
Spring Fire, Spring Fire, St. Louis Ambulance, 12995 Taylor Road, the electrical line that's connected to the house.
And then just kind of
Spring Fire, Spring Fire, and St. Louis Ambulance.
do it this way.
Ambulance 15 BLS from Manchester is Carfax Electric.
There's one. There's two. All right. Doesn't look all that pretty though, does it? Well, I think I may want to proceed with the two that I have disconnected now. Geez, what I did to that. That's just me. It's super hot soldering iron too. I'm not used to one being so hot. Let's see how it looks in here. Okay, where is my schematic? We got this up there.
Dispatch 501 Illinois.
Nice. Okay, so let me hold that in, and I'm going to put a twist on these babies. Twist. Twist. All right, one of these is a little longer than the other. When I say longer, I'm talking about these snub nose pliers. Twist. Okay. That is in there solid. Okay. What if I could just plop that on there and put a bunch of solder on it? All right, so first of all, we've got the two. Still recording? We still in the middle?
Stop one.
Okay. see, I gotta guide that in there as well. Careful now.
You're going E531 on the way.
All right, so those are back on there. Just gotta get some solder on there. Let me make sure that we get other stuff connected first. I'm trying to see how I can. I'm worried about. Okay, good. We can peel back a little more. Good. I was worried about, tugging on one of these wires with a stripper, wire stripper. Okay.
Hey, photo the fire smasher.
Hey, close.
Here, sir, the standby bag of service.
Copy, sir.
Hi, on the way.
The location was sort of residential homeowner investigating.
Copy application on investigation.
Come on now. Okay. What did I do with you, red? There you are.
On the way.
1711 on the way.
Careful. I don't like the feel of that. Okay, so now we'll do a little soldering. All right. Let's see how we do here. Oh, didn't quite get the other wire there. Did another little plop. Oh man. Okay. Connections are solid there. Big old glob, but solid. Okay, let me brush a little flux on those other. Good thing about those wires being like all tinned, pre-tinned. The solder just ran right up them. Sucked it right up. Okay, so we got this yet here. All right. I gotta look this one over because this is kind of complex. All this shit hanging up. Kind of want to see if I could do it just like that. Can it be done? Try. Can try if I can get that soldered. Then it'll be a good connection. Stay there. Stay right there. All right. Where did that go? Okay, it made a connection. It made a connection. Excellent. Well, I tell you what, it is butchery, but we've made connections all the way around here. I just soldered what was left of that post right at the top of that. Nothing's touching. Didn't forget anything. We have a bond. Okay. Let me check things over here. Okay, so all our solders are solid. All our things, all our connections are good. Yes. You get a solder connection, you got a good electrical connection. So everything's good. Apparently this resistor should have gone in the middle here. Well, not should have, but that's where it was. Anyway, where am I? Okay. Where's my little stick? So before this, just this lead went through the middle over to here. No big deal. That's really no big deal. Nothing's touching. Nothing will touch. So now, going to be all these big old waxy things getting replaced. Yes, yes, yes. Now I got to figure out how to match these huge things to these little tiny kernels of popcorn that I have here. Question is, do I want to do any of these tonight? I still got time. It's only 10 o'clock. Maybe I'll replace one so I got something to dream about. Okay, let's look at stuff here.
Harris tends to be much more forgiving in terms
Okay, well,
of fading compared to the R390 or the R390A. Now, I don't quite know why that would be. There is no interpretation.
so here we are with the new can. Ooh, hello there. How pretty is that? So I wanted to test it before I started to go in and do some caps. And we are working again. We were just static before. We're receiving, but AM. Yeah. So sideband's a little weird. I don't know.
Output of the receiver line up without going through the signal detector, and I won't hear that much selective fading.
But yeah, sideband's still gone. I'm gonna squirt some contact cleaner in the back of that switch before I start doing more of these caps. But wanted to give an update. So people are telling me, keep testing. Well, this is the only way I could really test because I don't want to use a voltmeter or any of that. So we're still all exposed here. And I was listening with the volume off, listening for any kind of sizzling, looking for smoke, nothing. So I'm so glad. First that I tested, it's going to make me feel a lot better about doing the rest of the stuff. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I learned. I sent an email to the people that made the kit at hayseedhamfest.com, and they're very cool. It's like the third time that they've answered my questions, and they did it on a weekend. So it turns out that all the voltages, it doesn't really matter on these caps. So all the caps they sent are rated for 650 volts or 630, I think it was. And it really doesn't matter. You got to look at that first number, that, what is it? Ultra ferrets? I don't know. Okay, so onward. We will... It's going to be a full video. Just I went back and looked. And by the way, I want to tell everybody, I do apologize. I have this headset on, and you can see those lines do something to the video on my camera. And I do apologize for if you're seeing that, but I need as much light as I can, and I need it coming like directly from where my eyeballs are at, even though I have these two light bars, this fluorescent bulb, and this. And that fluorescent bulb, lots of light here, man. But, hey, I'm going to be 58 in a week. And, the night vision is, I don't know. Maybe I just like more light. Who knows? I think maybe it just makes things clear around me. And, yeah. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn this baby back on. This beautiful relic that's even older than this one. This is the younger brother of this one. This was born in 1938, 39, somewhere around there.
Going down in High Springs, Florida. At first I went visited a couple of friends on the way, and then stopped in South Carolina, visited my cousin for a bit.
Let's see. Let's see what happens if I tune those guys in.
Florida, a place called Camp Galacua, which is an Adventist retreat and conference center, one of their big conference centers, and I basically volunteered there the first winter, and then the second winter, and then I was there as a mentor for a bit. Not quite as long this year. I decided to bug out early and just do a West Coast trip while I still can, while I'm still feeling healthy enough to do it and all that kind of thing. So I'll be 65 in August, and I figure, don't wait, just do it. So that's what I'm working on right now. But like I say, I don't have set routes.
Well,
I can just pretty much go wherever I want at this point.
let's get back to work here.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.